Diigo is a social information networking tool that allows the user to bookmark, highlight, and attach sticky notes to various websites. Users can mark to read later, create lists, and tag their selected sites. Social networking features allow users to follow other users, create and join groups, and be part of a Diigo community. A console allows teachers to set up accounts without using email for their students. Students can access their bookmarks and notations from home or school. Diigo provides great features that allow students to collaborate and communicate with the teacher and each other to maximize learning. Now let's get started with Diigo. The first thing you'll do is go to www.diigo.com. Select Join Diigo in the top right corner. Complete the form to fill out your account. Once you've created your Diigo account, sign in to Diigo. When you get to the sign in page, click on this free Education Edition upgrade link. And as a teacher, click on B to upgrade so that your account is now associated with being a teacher. You can read the Educator FAQ, the Getting Started Guide, and then click on your Teacher Console. That will be your access point. We'll look at that a little bit later. First, let's explore the main features of Diigo. First of all, explore Diigo as a tool to support your own professional growth and to keep track of your own resources. There are various ways to use Diigo personally. Let's click on this Add Plus at the top and notice that you have a choice to add a new bookmark, new image, or new note. This is a great way to keep track of sites you've visited. Click on New Bookmark and notice that you have the opportunity to add the URL, the title. You can mark it as private or if you would like to read it later. If you prefer, you can add a description of the bookmark. You can add any tags that will help you to remember it. And if you've created a list or want to share it with a group, you can do that as well. So it's just that simple to keep track of a bookmark. The beauty of creating your own bookmarks or lists is that they are available in the cloud. That means that you can access them from any internet-connected computer. One of the really nice features is that you can create lists of bookmarks so that they can be organized according to topic. So you can access your list and have it all conveniently ready for you. Notice that you can get a permalink of the list so that you can share the list with others at your blogs, your wikis, or via email. When it's time to create a new list, click at the bottom to create the list. You can title the list. You can decide if the list will be public or private. Categorize the list, and if you prefer to add keywords or descriptions, you can add, as well as decide if new items go to the end of the list or the beginning of the list. Then you simply create your new list and you're off and running, ready to get bookmarks together on a certain topic. Another great feature of Diigo is its social interactions so that you can use the eyes and the ears of other people who think similarly to you to help collect bookmarks that you may not be aware of. Notice that you can create over time a network of users. So if you'd like to follow their teachers, other librarians, other educators, you can do so. Also, Diigo has communities that you can explore. You can search under various keywords to find like-minded people. But the best feature that I like of this is My Groups. In My Groups, you can create your customized group of people who have various things in common so that you're all working together to look for similar bookmarks or images or notes that you would like to share with each other. As a teacher, you can also create your own groups, which is a nice feature to build classes or to build groups within your school or your network. Notice as you click on the Create New Group tab that you can name your group, describe it, categorize it, set it for public or private, and make it searchable or not. Decide who can join and how they can join. And it's just that easy to click on it and create your new group. Now let's look at all of the great ways that Diigo can be used in the classroom with your students. As you're logged in as a teacher, go to the top right and click on Teacher Console. Your first step will be to create a group for your class. Simply name your group. It'll provide a URL, describe it, and decide if your group will be public or private. Private means that only group members can view. Once you've created your group list, it's time to add members. So you can click on Add Members. And notice that you have two options. Option 1 is to create student accounts and add them to a group. That's probably the one you'll use. If you already have student accounts, then you can add them to a new group. This may be a case where your students in your school are associated with more than one teacher group. You can also invite members by email address, but in the case of students, the option 1 is probably your best bet to get started with students who have no account at all. Once you have created your class groups, you can go in and add members. Click on the Add Members button from your teacher console. Notice that you can create student accounts and add them to the group, but you may have already done that, or add existing student accounts to the group. So you can start by clicking on the option that you prefer. Enter the names of each of your students. Make sure they're separated by commas. Or if you do have a comma separated file on hand for your students, you can upload that as well. And it's just that simple to add students to your group. Notice for each group that you also have the option to manage members. By clicking on the button to manage members, you can select various students and you can choose to set them as moderators, ordinary members, or if need be to ban a member or remove a student who may have transferred out. If you're working with another teacher and managing a group, you can also set that teacher as an owner of the group as well. Going back to your teacher console, notice that you can print your members' information if that's something you need, and you can also delete students from your console as well. So in a quite easy way, you can control the students who come in and out of your group. Each of your groups or classes will have its own homepage associated with it. So you can let your students know to come to this page in order to take advantage of sharing the bookmarks that they are all finding, or the notes or the images. For teachers, this is a really great tool to enculture in your students in order to save their bookmarks as well as to accumulate resources as they're doing research. Students are often required to create bibliographies as they do research, and by making Diigo a part of the regular routine of your class, your students will be much more prepared to document their work and to keep track of the resources as they locate them. As a teacher, you can make Diigo very easy to use and to just be a part of your day and a part of your web surfing for both you and your students. Notice that Diigo is also available for iPads, for Android devices, for iPhones is an offline reader, and Diigo also has a number of tools for desktop browsers. So for example, on this browser, this little D indicates Diigo. I can click on it and instantly be able to save this web page with highlights, with bookmarks, with sticky notes, so that I have my own private markups in them, and I can even share them with others. If I wanted to save it to my own bookmarks, I can click on it and add any description or tags that I want to have to make it available, or add it to one of my lists, or share it with one of my groups. So Diigo can really seamlessly become part of your web browsing experience. Thank you and enjoy using Diigo with your students.